Good evening, and welcome to Red Hawk Talk. I'm your host, Charlie Rose.
And I'm Matt Lauer. After some rightful accusations claiming that Red Hawk Talk has taken a cringy turn for the worst, we've been called by our producers to turn out some more quality content that takes a nod back to the classic days of our program.
And for this, we apologize. Now we go down to the Triple C threat, Carly, Caleb, and Christian, for the spring preview of sports.
Welcome to the Hawk Zone. I'm Christian Peters, and I'm here with my co-host, Caleb Taylor.
What's going on? We'll be bringing you coverage of the spring sports. We're going to take you to Carly Bosco right now with the track team.
Say hi, Carly.
Hello there, I'm here with John Keller, just a senior from the track team. John, how do you feel about this season going?
I'm really excited. I think it's going to be good. For the throwers at least, we have 3 new coaches. I'm really excited, super nice, and I think even though we don't have a track, everybody's pretty excited for this season.
And what is the situation with the track? What is that?
Well, it was deemed unsafe, therefore we are not able to host any more home track meets. They're still able to run on it, even though it's not very safe, but we'll have to bust to a few new schools to get track time.
Oh, okay. And so, how do you feel about not having senior night at your home track?
Pretty disappointed. It sucks, not gonna lie. I was really looking forward to it, but I mean, you have to make do things in the world, so we'll make do. I wish it was, but oh well, what you gonna do about it?
True. Well, thank you for interviewing with me. Thank you, Mish, and good luck on your season.
Thank you.
I'm back again with Drew Jordahl here. Drew, how do you feel about the season this year?
Feeling pretty good. We've got a lot of talent. We got a lot of guys out today this year. Yesterday we had team building, so it was kind of exciting to see everyone come together. And it was like really cool, so I enjoy it so far.
Awesome. And how do you feel about the coaches this year? Do you like them? Do you dislike them?
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty similar coaches as last year. We got some new throwing coaches who, from what I've seen, they're doing really good things. We played a fun game yesterday with them with like rock, paper, scissors, so that was pretty fun. But yeah, coaches are always giving everything they have to us, and all we've got to do is just put in the time and effort.
Awesome. And how do you feel about not being able to be in your home track for senior night this year?
Yeah, it's interesting. We did one workout on the concrete out there, and you know, I mean, not usual, but it's like running at Schoberg kind of, so you got to get used to it. Yeah, I mean, it would be really nice to, but we just got to take what we have and be thankful that we have a track program. And yeah, but it would be really nice to be able to have senior night or something like that.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. Good luck on the season, and I hope you do well.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Carly. Looks like the track team's going through a little bit of a dilemma with some of the necessities to participate in track, and that would be having a track.
Yeah, but the team has really made the most of it by practicing in Gym 2 and keeping a positive attitude. The baseball team is looking really good this year with many returning seniors. They're looking like a real threat.
The team's really going to be looking to make a push for the Badger South title and then hopefully build off that and maybe even make a run for the playoffs, led by our senior class. So, exciting stuff. The girls have a number of seniors who will actually be going to college to continue their soccer careers after they finish up here at Milton. So they mean business, man. They mean business. Those are good. So, from what it looks like, Christian, our spring sports are looking pretty good. I'm really excited. We should keep an eye on them. Hope the viewers do too.
I'm excited too.
Yeah.
I think they're going to really do well this year. So, good luck.
I'm excited too.
Don't forget to check out boys tennis this season, as they're going to be fighting to have a winning season.
And don't miss out on the girls softball team and the golf team, who are also looking really well this season, and they're going to have high hopes to make it far and bring some pride to Milton here. So catch it on Red Hawk Media. We'll be live streaming as many of the events as we can.
Well, folks, try to catch some of that action this spring.
Yeah, so this has been Hawk Zone. I'm Caleb Taylor.
I'm Christian Peters.
And we'll see you later.
See you later.
Boy, do I ever love me some athletics.
Yeah, but let's go down to Travis and check out some real sports.
I'm here at eSports head coach Justin Watson. How are you, Justin?
I'm good, thanks, Sam.
What direction do you think eSports will go in the next couple of years?
Esports at the high school level is growing. It's kind of a new under the scene kind of thing, but a lot of different high schools around the state and the country are starting to get on board with this as colleges and the professional level continues to grow as well. And for the future here at MHS, I'd like to see more games. I've talked to Mr. Billhorn about adding Rocket League, and I'm still kind of waiting for the conference to build up on that. And then I've also wanted to get into like Super Smash Bros. I don't know about Madden a whole lot, but that's one that's been floated at me.
I've heard some things about games such as Call of Duty, CSGO, and Fortnite possibly being added. Knowing those games and the school's stance on those types of games, what do you think will be the future of those games?
I think we're probably a long way out with those ones. The biggest thing is like free to play, and then just not super violent kind of stuff. So eventually.
Do you think esports can help change the perception of video games for anyone and everyone?
Not for everyone, but yeah, certainly people who are open-minded, who can kind of see what these students are doing. Like a lot of these students aren't active in like other activities, so it's kind of nice to get them involved in other ways, you know, where like they can't compete physically, so they can do this kind of stuff. But this esports is great. It builds teamwork, communication, a lot of those skills that you see at like a physical sport level, but you can still do it on the electronic sports arena. And it's just cool to see these kids get involved. That's the biggest thing.
Thank you for your time, Justin.
Absolutely.
Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Shane Trimmel.
And I'm Tucker Dunk, and this week on Red Hawk Talk, we're bringing you a brand new gaming segment.
So this week, we're doing a top 5 plays of the week on Fortnite. We thought we should do Fortnite just because how fast it blew up. So let's just jump right into it.
Oh, that's how you do that.
Like, I feel like I need it.
You literally have medkit. You literally have full health. Oh my.
Oh my god. Oh fucking god.
It's behind us? What the fuck?
Ah! Oh, 239! 239! Oh! 244! Oh! 261!
Enthralling. Makes me want to drop in on Tilted Tower right now. Which reminds me, Ben, have you ever boogie bombed on over to the Hawk's Nest?
As a matter of fact, I have. Is the Hawk's Nest too expensive? Do you enjoy saving money? When you see a penny on the side of the street, do you stop and pick it up? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you're in luck. It is a little-known boutique here in Milton, known as the Lost and Found. And this week we have with us Erica Charney, a fashion critic, to go over this week's selection.
Alright, for the Lost and Found, we've got a fine selection of water bottles here. They're all pretty crusty and moldy, so I wouldn't claim any of these. For the pants selection, we've got some shorts here, some more shorts, some nasty leggings, some more shorts, some huge pants. I lost 40 pounds on Nutrisystem. Actually, these pants, I don't think I'm gonna keep the, you know, cut the camera. We got a fine selection of, you know, name brand sweatshirts, you know. I mean, these are all pretty nice, except this one on the other hand, this one might even fit me. I snagged that. Dude, cut the camera, man. I tell you every time. Got a fine selection of some blankets here. Actually, that one's pretty stained pretty badly. This coat's pretty nice. Lunch boxes, nothing I mean really good in here. Yeah. Dude, I told, cut the camera, man. Alright, we got some moccasins here. Seems to me as there's a sock in here. Looks very gangrene infested. Probably should put those in the garbage. They're pretty crusty. Oh, dude, come on. I told you to stop filming. You know what's the best part of this? We don't even go to this school. Just snaking away with a bunch of free clothes.
Wow, those are some spicy finds.
Yes, sir. Just make sure you're up on your vaccinations before you grab anything.
I think those mocks were mine. I did leave school without shoes one day. Say, Mike, what kind of car you been whipping lately?
Well, me? It's a 2007 Ford Edge amethyst color with a nice big rust spot in the back. It gets 15 mpg.
Wow, sure sounds like garbage.
It sure is. That reminds me, over the course of the year, the High Mileage Club here at MHS has been working to create a vehicle that travels the furthest on the least amount of fuel. It's a purdy car.
I'm here with Mr. Freilich. We're talking high mileage. So explain to me what this is exactly.
So every year I have a group of students who start from scratch to try to build a vehicle to take to a competition to get the most miles per gallon. You can see here a work in progress. This is a car that we're building this year, started on the first day of school, and the competition's in about 6 weeks.
So what are you looking forward to in this year's competition?
This year we have a really good group of kids in the course. I've had years where it wasn't such a good group that got along together. This year everybody gets along really well, and as a result of that they're being very successful in building the car. I'd say it's our most successful year as far as going from scratch to a completed car, because it is a long process.
Boy, does that puppy ever purr.
It sure does, Matt.
Say, Charlie, how often a night would you say you spend putting pen to paper?
Well, I'd say I do about a half an hour, or at least until I get tired. But I know there are some kids at this very school who put in all the work. They do all their homework every night.
Wow, those kids must be insane.
Yeah. Let's go down with our very own Alex Pettit to check out these spectacles. And I'm honored and excited to be here. It's really, really awesome because I have 2 older sisters and neither one of them got here. So. And I mean, we're all here to celebrate the great achievements like that we've done, especially me, all these students have done. But I just want to turn it around and say thank you to all of you for celebrating us, like recognizing us. It's really cool.
What is Student of the Month?
Student of the Month is when we're nominated by by Principal Bill Horn to come to Rotary Gardens, the morning club and the noon club, to give a little talk about how we got here and how honored we are, and just be celebrated. We get a free breakfast and lunch out of it, so that's great.
Basically, just doing what I can, trying new things. Like this year, I tried FBLA, and it was very fun. It was a cool experience, and just seeing all the different things that our school offers, and it's just a really cool experience.
What does Student of the Month mean to you?
Well, to me, 2 of my sisters were Students of the Month, so it was cool to be recognized as them and keep the streak going. It was just really cool. It's such an honor, and just because the level of kids here is just insane. Like, everybody works so hard, and it's just so cool to be recognized for that, and it kind of makes the hard work worth it in a way.
Next year, I plan on going to Terry University studying exercise science, and from that, going to hopefully a graduate school to study to be an occupational therapist because of all the, especially dislocating my hip. The occupational therapists have played such a huge part in my recovery from that, and I would love to make an impact here and then as well as in other countries as well, doing missions work through that.
Do you got any advice for any future student of the months?
I would say don't be, get here probably a little early, because that's always a good thing, and depending on where you are, probably leave your house earlier than you think you would, Lombardi time. And then I would say don't be nervous about the people. They're extremely nice people.
Where do you see yourself going from here?
Just going wherever God leads me, and just going to Taylor University next year. So that's my plan. I'm studying exercise science in Upland, Indiana. So yeah, that's my plan from now, and just trust God.
Alex Pettit, RHT News. Back to you, Ben and Mike.
Wow, Charlie, I didn't know you were smart.
Me neither. You know, Matt, we spend a lot of time down here in this basement.
Yeah, we do. I wonder what the surface is like.
Me too. Let's go down to Quinn and Lauren to get the weather report.
Thanks, guys. Well, the weekend forecast seems to be very conventional for the next few days. Coming up on Friday and Saturday, the weather seems to be very nice. A few clouds in the sky, but 45-degree weather, and that's pretty good for this weekend. On Sunday, there will be about 52 degrees and mainly sunny. Humidity-wise, there will be about 9 to 8% humidity, and wind, there should be about no wind coming up on the weekend here. And now let's head to Lauren for that traffic report.
Great, Quinn! Traffic report showed smooth sailing in the Milton area. No reported accidents and apparently no parking availability. The main parking lot is currently filled and surprisingly not with sewage. Sending them back to you guys at the studio.
Huh. Seems nice.
Yeah, it really does. These days, it's hard to stay up on the times with what's hip and swaggy. Good thing we have the Dotson twins here to keep us relevant.
Hello and welcome, Red Hawk Talk viewers. As you know, it is a new year, which means new music. So I'm going to be going over the most recent new hip-hop releases of 2018 thus far. Firstly, we have Journey to the West EP by Higher Brothers. Higher Brothers are 4 people from China, who barely speak English by the way, combining their culture with hip-hop and delivering bangers like Made in China and Flow Rida, featuring Ski Mask, the Slump God. Their label 88 Rising has been making large waves in the hip-hop game, putting on artists like Rich Brian and Rina Sawayama. Next we have Scary Hours by Drake. If you haven't listened to this album, you've been living under a rock. This needs no explanation. A 2-song EP from Drizzy, I'll take it. Third up is Veteran by JPEG Mafia. This project is very experimental, so if you don't usually listen to stuff like this, you'll want to ease yourself into it. With heavy reverb and bass that will break your speakers, most of these tracks might seem very uninviting or inviting to fans of hip-hop. However, if you stick with it, you'll find the lyrical content is there. Fourth is Culture 2. Migos are back, baby! Another collection of tracks trending, fiery features, and the classic triplet flow that will make you turn the volume all the way up. They do what they always do. Fifth up is Amen by Rich Brian, who has finally released a project after the success of singles like Dat Stick and Glow Like That. This project encompasses his life story and throughout maintains a style that is all his own. Next up is Black Panther. The new soundtrack for the movie includes TDE's Kendrick Lamar, SZA, Absol, and Schoolboy Q, along with other artists like The Weeknd, 2 Chainz, Vince Staples, Travis Scott, and Future. Now that's a good lineup. No need to even say, this project is fire. Next we have Moon River. This is a cover by Frank Ocean over a classic Frank Sinatra track. With his beautiful modernized style and elegant voice, as always, it was a pleasure to have a quick listen. Frank can do no wrong. Finally, we have the continuation of the newly 2-part Lil Boat series, Lil Boat 2, the sequel of Lil Boat 1, the project which put Lil Yachty on the map, and this new mixtape delivers well. Lots of fun songs, going back to his roots and different flows and deliveries that sets him apart from his contemporaries. I recommend you listen to this if you haven't already. And the latest release, Bobby Tarantino 2. I mean, it's a Logic mixtape, so I'll let them explain this one. What do you think about Bobby Tarantino 2, Morty? Oh jeez, Rick, I don't know. It's not as good as Lil Boat 2, that's for sure. Yeah, I gotta agree with you.
Alright, y'all, that's gonna wrap it up for today's vlog.